Hello from Jakarta and welcome to the 9th talk series of ASEAN Sport. Today is the very special ASEAN talk as we're going to launch the Global Capability Framework and Indonesian perspective. The 9th talk series in ASEAN Sport, today we will present various speakers, public relations, academicians, professional, and also from the industry. And the Global Capability Framework for Public Relations and Communication Management Professional was initiated by Professor Anne Gregory. She's from University of Huddersfield. Professor Anne Gregory was the chairperson of Chartered Institute of Public Relations in the UK, and she's also the past chair of Global Alliance. Professor Anne Gregory has written so many books in public relations, and her book was become the reference of many schools in the world and students all over the world. So Prof. Anne encourages and empowers professionals and academicians from 9 countries and from 3 continents to do a project on Global Capability Framework. Why Global Capability Framework? And why must Global Framework? Like myself, when we learn about public relations, we learn about Western public relations. Now is the time for us to learn from each other. That's why what we talk global. Also, during the study from the 9 countries and the 3 continents, Indonesia was not included because Indonesia is part of ASEAN and ASEAN was represented by Singapore. However, the London School of Public Relations Jakarta initiated to have study on Global Capability Framework based on Indonesian perspective. So the London School of Public Relations Jakarta appointed Mr. Rendor Dani, PhD, as from the Faculty of Communications in LSPR as the head of Research Center in LSPR to do a project by forming a team in a study of global capability in public relations based on Indonesian perspective. The study includes professional, academicians, and the people from the industry about this global capability based on Indonesian perspective. The studies took 18 months to complete. It started in August 2019 and ended in October 2020. I would like to give you a brief about public relations in Indonesia. Public relations in Indonesia is growing and become very important, and public relations in Indonesia is in every line of business. In 2016, there are 96,657 professionals who written themselves as a public relations professional in LinkedIn. But in the year 2021, there are 211,000 professionals written themselves as a public relations professional in LinkedIn. So this number rapidly increased, not only double, but is almost triple. So this number also supported by the number of universities increasing their faculty into Faculty of Communication. In Indonesia, there are 300 universities, including graduate school and institute, which offer public relations as a concentration in the Faculty of Communications. So this number is the largest in ASEAN, perhaps in Asia Pacific. Besides that, in Indonesia, we also have several public relations associations. This is also shown that public relations is very important profession in Indonesia. The first, we have Indonesia PR as Professional Association, or we call Perhumas. The second, we also have Government Public Relations, or we call it Bakohumas, Coordinating Public Relations Agency for Community. And then we also have Public Relations Regulatory Associations, or IPRA-Humas. And we also have PR for Hotel Association. We also have Public Relations for Banking. We also have Public Relations Society of Indonesia. We also have Association of Public Relations Consultant in Indonesia. And of course, there are many more like Public Relations Society of Hospital. And this number of growing professional in public relations in Indonesia also need to have standardized and unified in terms of working system and also framework. Therefore, global capability framework is very important for the professional in Indonesia and around the world to mastery. There are three pillars in global capability framework that professionals should mastery. The first one is about communications capability, and the second one is about organizational capability, and the third one is about professional capability. In each pillar, it's also some competency. Like communications capability pillars, there are around 4 competencies that should be mastery. And for the organizational capability, there are 3 competencies that should be mastery. And then the last, for professional capability, the third pillar, there are also 4 competencies that should be mastery. Okay, beside the global capability framework, the professional should be also to have capability in this new era. So in the era of communications and this era of new normal, everything we've done has to be through technology. So a PR professional should be able or should be understand digital and become digital savvy and technology friendly. And also a PR professional, and then now everything through social media and audiovisual. And of course, a PR professional should be able to do productions on audiovisual, including photography, design, graphics, editing, and also sounds and musics. And also, public relations professional should be an expert in a social media, because social media is become a media now, and a PR person should be the producer of the news for the company and also for the project. The social media expert also need to understand about data analytics, about SEO, about AR, and also about AI. And of course, a PR professional should be able to mastery either writing skill or speaking skill. And a PR professional in this new era should have a competency in management skill and as well and the leadership skill. Leadership skill is very important for us to be able to persuade people to work together with us harmoniously and also to do the best of us. So in the company, people in public relations department should be able to maintain a good internal communications and as well external communications. And a PR person should be able to have an entrepreneurial skill. Entrepreneurial skill is very important nowadays in a company. So will make the company is always growing with all the innovative and creativity designed by a PR persons and the team. And also a PR person should be able to mastery or have a knowledge in marketing and advertising. So the company will be more competitive. And at least a PR person should learn and have knowledge in finance and accounting. This is very important to read and to understand balance sheets and earning per share. And especially the company is a listed company or about to be in the IPO. And then the last one, a public relations professional should understand and have knowledge about law and the legal system. This is very important. When the crisis coming to the company, a PR person should understand the law and the legal system, especially when it's come to libel, defamation, scandal, plagiarisms, and many other things that we try to avoid happening in our company. I think this is our all, and again, you will learn a lot today from the speaker who are expert in their field and will be led by Mr. Rendrodani, PhD, as the head of research center of the London School of Public Relations, Jakarta, and as well also you will meet Dr. Nia Sarinastiti, and she's the senior lecturers of Atmajaya University, and also Mr. Boy Kelana Subroto, and he's the vice chairman of Perhumas of PR Association's board of director. I think this is all, and wish you all have an enjoyable discussion. Thank you very much until we meet again. Bye.